Well, texting while walking may not be a problem for anyone in Augsburg, Germany from now on. The city decided to implant crosswalk lights in the sidewalk. Apparently there were too many people looking at their cell phones and not at the street lights. According to a new study, as many as 20% of European pedestrians are distracted by their cell phones. Although city leaders approved the installation, not everyone is a fan. Critics saying the project was simply a waste of taxpayer money. There is an outbreak of mumps on the campus of Harvard University.
40 people have been sickened since the first case about 2 months ago. The university says it's now more concerned than ever before because it continues to spread despite all efforts to keep patients isolated. Mumps is spread through contact with bodily fluids. The university health director says next month's graduation ceremony could be impacted by the outbreak. An Iowa man may be the world's longest living heart transplant recipient. His name is Ted Nowakowski. He didn't think he'd see his 35th birthday, but he's now lived more than 3 decades after receiving that new heart. The operation was done at the University of Minnesota way back in 1983. He went on to have 2 more children with his wife, and he worked for 3 more decades at Murray High School. Nowakowski says the journey gave him a new perspective on his life.
Enjoy when you can, especially family, friends, you know. This stuff that used to bother you, just let that go. It's not worth it.
Monday was the 33rd anniversary of Ted receiving that heart transplant. Iowa leaders are reminding people to take extra steps to protect children. Summer can get pretty busy with sports, trips to the playground, and other activities. And kids need a reminder about staying safe. And as Dave Price reports, that begins with parents.
Stranger danger is real. Authorities say it is strangers who are usually the ones lurking to target our kids.
We're reminded of the pain that parents feel when their child is taken, and we certainly encourage everyone to redouble their efforts to keep children safe.
It was a stranger who abducted and killed Kathleen Shepard 3 years ago as she walked home from school in Dayton. That stranger, Michael Klunder, as is often the case, was a predator who's tried before.
They make multiple efforts before they are successful. So if we are able to stop the attempts, then we are much more likely to be able to save those children.
Authorities say choose a code word. Now, sadly, that would probably not have helped Kathleen, but they hope it could help other children. So pick a secret code word that only you and your kids know. So if you get out of your routine and somebody else has to pick up the kids after school, they will know to only get in a vehicle if that person knows the secret code word. Commissioner Ryan cautions, though, talk to your kids about strangers, but don't scare them. She estimates authorities take 15 to 30 potential abduction reports a year, and those lead to 3 to 5 arrests. But with 3 million Iowans, the numbers show most people are not threats. However, as Michael Klunder proved, just a few bad people in our state can still cause a lot of pain.
Pay attention to things that look unusual. If it looks like someone is spending too much time watching children, we want to know about that.
And you should pay attention if something, as you heard, doesn't look quite right. Try to remember a person's face, their vehicle, whatever else that you can relate to law enforcement later. Still ahead, designing a better silencer. When traditional earplugs aren't enough, these seem to do the trick, even if they have a silly shape coming up.